So another topic from our Facebook group, Chris Parker, he comes with our thoughts about the Secret of Mana HD remake. This is actually not going to Nintendo.
Right.
This is going to PS4 and the Vita. Which is very strange because this is a game that came out on the Super Nintendo back in the day. Nice, awesome, classic game.
Yeah.
It actually supported 3 players, to believe it or not.
Right.
So, for this not to come to Nintendo, I mean, well, first off, what are your thoughts on the fact that they're remaking it? And what do you think of it not going to Nintendo?
Well, for the remake, I'm excited for it. The 3D models looks good for what it is, I guess. It's not as...
It's not like Crash Bandicoot Remake, right?
It's not. It doesn't seem like to be that level. But this is early, I guess. It might be like super polished in the end.
Yeah.
But it does look very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a fan of JRPGs. And so this was coming out on the SNES Classic.
SNES Classic.
And I was...
SNES.
And I was excited for that on there.
Yes, actually I was too. I never got to play it back in the day.
Me neither, yeah.
So I am actually excited to play it on the Super Nintendo Classic, which is funny how... You know, they're talking about this now, and then while that one's coming out, and actually another question arises is, with that version coming out on the SNES Classic, the fact that you could play up to 3 players, would you be able to play that on the on the Classic Edition? I mean, maybe they'll come out with an adapter or something, you gotta get another controller, but that's weird.
I assume that, at the very least, a third-party company will have an adapter.
Yeah.
So maybe like Hori with their gamepad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't be in the box at least.
Right.
So 2 players in the box, but the game is capable of 3 players, so you're gonna have to get a controller extension for that.
Yeah. So, but actually, it is exciting. The fact that it's coming to Vita, I think it would actually do well on Vita. Too bad. I mean, do you have a Vita?
I do have a Vita.
You have a Vita?
I haven't played it for a while. But
now, do you like that over the PSP, or do you like the Vita better? Or the PSP better?
I like the Vita better.
You like the Vita better?
Yeah.
Now, the Vita didn't do too well, right?
No, it didn't, but I think it has less to do with the fact, with the games and the console, and more to do with the fact that Sony is a lying piece of shit. Yeah, they announced there was like you don't need Wi-Fi to play anywhere with your friends. You can connect it to your phone with 3G and you're set, but you needed Wi-Fi. You needed Wi-Fi to go.
So you couldn't connect. They advertise it as you used like.
You needed Wi-Fi for multiplayer and stuff like that.
But they said 3G. Like
3G.
They said you use the phone company's.
Yeah,
signal.
You can like put I don't know how it works.
SIM card.
But whenever I put on my Vita, it's like SIM card, not something.
Right.
Not like whatever. I never did anything with it.
Epic fail.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I said that was because this game it seems like something I would want to play handheld,
right?
Just because of it just looks like that kind of game I want to play. Because looking at for PS4. I don't know what the visuals are actually going to look like for the most part. Maybe it's going to look amazing and you're going to want to play it on your big screen TV.
I'll probably get it on my PS4 just because.
Yeah, because I mean this game is huge. A lot of people, it's really really good from what I understand, and it's popular. And for it to come out on the PS4 and the Vita, I was going to say, if the Vita was selling well or was doing well, I was wondering if people would want to play it on that, prefer it on that versus the PS4.
I think another thing that really made the Vita fail was the fact that its memory card cost $70.
Yeah, it was a custom memory card. I mean,
see that happening. That's really expensive.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought the PSP did the same thing.
I don't know.
Those might be just the micro SD cards.
Yeah, but I think games back then didn't take up as much space anyway, so you could just get away with 8 megabytes or something you had on.
Yeah,
but still, it's a ridiculous price.
It's crazy. A terrible price.
Now this game is coming out digital and a collector's edition for physical.
In Japan.
In Japan only.
It's right digital. Yeah, well I read these articles for the English release, and it says digital only. So we're only getting digital as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, tweet at Square Enix. Tell them to give me that sweet physical collector's edition.
How much is it going for, do you know?
I don't know. just saw it.
I just saw it, and then I passed out, and it was glorious.
I had a heart attack from the beauty.
I got excited. So, but with this whole thing, the question also was, what other game would you like to see be remade that isn't Final Fantasy?
Yeah,
from Square Enix?
Yeah, from Square Enix. That's not Final Fantasy. I want to hear Chris's answer first. Do you have anything?
Not from Square Enix.
Okay, not from Square Enix, but
like Konami.
Okay.
Live action Contra with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Live action. Okay, so
because Arnold is not up to be playing no Contra characters.
I believe that a CGI version of him would be capable of selling it to me.
I mean, I would play that.
Yeah, right.
It's like the Expendables with an old Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Okay.
Your incoherent rambling
But
has cost you no points.
Earlier, when we were thinking about what game we want, John and I both answered Chrono Trigger at the same time.
Same time. Never happened ever again, but it happened there.
So that's like the default answer. Like Chrono Trigger, everyone wants that.
Yeah, I think
remade.
Yeah, and I mean it's been, I was gonna say revamped or updated when it came out to PS1. It was on what is it, Final Fantasy Origins or no Tactics, right? Was that?
What about Tactics?
It was. There was a double disc for PS1 that it came out with Chrono Trigger. I
like a
forget
2-pack?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was part of something. But anyway, they added new cinematic videos to the intro, and then
I think the DS version even has like more story content stuff.
yeah, actually, if you're gonna get that game, from what I understand, the DS version is the best one.
version.
And actually, that's a game I definitely want on the DS. So I'm gonna go grab that. But that's something that'd be I think very, very popular if they did a remaster.
Even better actually would be if they like remastered both Trigger and Cross, like in a dual pack, and they won't do it.
Yeah,
because apparently it was panned. Cross was panned. Like people didn't like it. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, people didn't like Cross. I guess it was too different from Trigger.
I didn't play Cross.
I think it was like loosely a sequel.
Yeah. All I know is Akira Toriyama, the illustrator for Dragon Ball, or the creator of Dragon Ball. He did all the illustrations for it. So
dope as hell.
yeah.
Also, one of the reasons why I like Dragon Quest so much is
same thing.
Yeah, he's the
Dragon
character.
Quest, yep.
Character
Blue
artist.
Dragon, he did the same thing. I never played Blue Dragon. No, I played a demo of Blue Dragon.
Yeah, I did.
I played the demo.
I played a little Blue Dragon. I didn't like it.
It wasn't that good though.
Yeah.
Apparently, it
Did you
wasn't.
see
That good.
Fighter Z's new
I
blue
did.
transformation?
I don't want to hit this to like do anything. To like just like a spike in audio.
But
yeah, it looks really nice.
Freaking
The
awesome.
Screenshots look amazing.
oh, it's fantastic. It's the greatest thing ever made. Now, here's a question.
He's going.
I haven't even begun.
Yeah, continue.
Good segue.
No, but I was gonna say, how come, based off of the Secret of Mana HD remake, they're keeping to the style of the original game. They're not like overhauling an HD like Final Fantasy VII. Now, do you think Final Fantasy VII
Will never happen. Yes.
will never happen? But do you think this is something? Do you think this is something they should have tried to do with 7 first before like completely remaking it, or do you think that remaking was the only way to go?
I mean, this would have guaranteed us a game.
What, like 3 years
You're not
ago?
wrong.
Yeah, maybe 4.
You're not wrong.
And I actually don't really care much for like the ultra cinematic cutscenes of Final Fantasy because they tend to be a little cringy.
Some of them are really long and tedious. Like I don't need to see the world explode.
Well, they're very,
like you see the solar system explode after like.
I don't mind that, but if you I don't mind that. It's kind of cool.
It's a pain in the ass.
But the characters in Final Fantasy games are animated so strangely. Like it's like a real Japanese person, but digitized and really strange. Like the face is just like, oh, I'm a person, but I'm not.
What are you talking about? Wait. Which Final Fantasy generation are you talking about? Like
the recent ones, 13.
Oh, gotcha. So you're talking about like newer.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say like Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 9, the ones that I played.
Cartoons.
I'm like,
no.
They look nothing like real people.
No, I'm talking about the recent days when they're like making all these ultra realistic,
right,
high graphics stuff. I actually wasn't a fan of Final Fantasy 15's characters either, or the black leather they all wore all the time in the desert. But
does that make sense?
You know, the more and more I hear about that game,
it's a fun game.
it's a fun game. But then like I hear like how different and from like a Final Fantasy game it is, and like what you have to like some tedious parts, whatever. Like I just stray away from like I know I have no time for that game whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, it gets more linear later on, but it's very open in the beginning.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, unfortunately, that's what I think about JRPGs is, you know, time. Like, that's what scares me is, like, because my goal was to beat Final Fantasy IX, and I have yet to do, though. I got maybe halfway through the first disc, and it's just, the grinding is something my time does not allow anymore. You know, back when I was a kid, I could just plug it in and play till I was done with it. Now it's like, go to work, come home, edit. Go to work, come home, edit, eat.
You mean go to work and then still be a full-time YouTuber at the same time?
Yeah, you gotta do that these days.
Ah, jeez.
So, and then it's like, and then you can play a game on the weekends for like a couple hours. Like, I think I can squeeze in like 2 hours, maybe, during the weekend, which isn't a lot.
You should have kids and see how much time you have left.
Just give them swords, put them in the woods.
That's
Go on, kids. Let the wolves train you.
Come back when you're worthy.
Come back when you have beards.
It's like,
Dad, I'm a girl. If you're worthy, you
Get
will
cracking.
grow one. That means you have to work extra hard for your beard.
It's like
So.
300 all over again.
I won't sacrifice no kids. I just give them to the woods. They'll train. Survival of the fittest.
Nah.
The woods are alive, bro.
Nah, you'll love them. You'll keep them. You'll shelter them. Put food in them.
Unless there's
They'll grow.
woods out there.
I'll pull a Piccolo. Here, you go train.
You'll pull a Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Reference.
Rick.
Reference to a show I haven't watched.
Anyway, so Chris, any thoughts on any of this? that we're
Pickle
talking-
Rick.
Yeah, not Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Secrets of Mana.
You haven't played any Square Enix games that you want to play again?
Have you ever played any Final Fantasy?
Yeah, 7.
But like
I thought you played 10. Did you
No,
play 10?
No.
I thought you played 10.
Nope.
10 with the sportsman,
No.
the sports ball.
See, I
guy?
remember I picked up 10 for PS2 because I was excited to play it, and then I got bored of it because I didn't want to play Blitzball. Because the beginning sucked. Like, I didn't want to play Blitzball. That was it. So then I stopped playing it, and I thought you grabbed it and you played it.
I don't remember if I did.
So, see, he got the Blitzball, and that was it.
You know what would be another good remaster? Super Mario RPG. That'd be nice.
Super Mario RPG would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's coming out for the
Except when
SNES Classic
talking
as
about
well. but-
PS4.
Hey,
Huh?
one more word out of you.
And
I mean, it
he's-
could be remastered for the Switch.
I mean, that's something.
Well, I
that-
mean, yeah.
well, I mean,
Every classic game could be remastered.
well,
for
thinking
the
about
new
like that game
consoles.
in particular, but then isn't the Mario and Luigi
Dream Team, yeah.
Dream Team?
That's
Isn't
the
that
new RPGs.
isn't that supposed to be like this? In Japan, I think they're actually numbered as the sequels to that.
Sequels, maybe. But it's just
Shocking.
That's the reason there's no more Super Mario RPGs. Well, also Square Enix made it, so they don't want to make anything out of house, I guess.
Yeah,
But it's the Super Mario Dream Team ones are actually really good games. But I want Super
I tell
Mario
you,
RPG.
I tell everyone like when I seriously never heard of Super Mario RPG. I thought it was a homebrew game. I swear, for the longest time, because the only time I heard about it was when people would mention ROMs and emulators, and they would bring that up, and I'm like, I see Mario RPG. I seriously thought it was a homebrew game. Like, someone made this game, because I never even thought that it would exist, and I'm like, because it did come out in,
It was back when Square Enix was just Square, I think.
yeah, but this was later in the Super Nintendo life.
Right.
So this was, I guess, yeah, but it was just funny because I never knew really. So I'm playing, I'm like enjoying it. I'm like, wow, this is great. Imagine if they actually made this game, and hey, they actually made the game.
And John, you didn't know.
I didn't know, but actually, that is something that would be cool, little HD remake. And I do like the way they're doing the Secret of Mana. I really do. That's just something that you're guaranteed to get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Rather
not.
than a super cinematic 5-year game.
Oh,
Imagine,
God.
imagine if they just do that with Final Fantasy.
No one
VII.
has
They just
time
cut everything
for
and just
that.
make it this way.
They come back with a demake. That's what we get.
D-make. Sorry.
We took everything we made earlier and we just miniaturized it.
Ruined my life.
We exhausted our funds.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
That's something.
Yeah, and it's like if they update controls to be not PS1 controls, and it's a playable game nowadays.
PS1 controls. What's wrong with PS1 controls?
They're dumb as hell. I don't want to use my D-stick. Whoa. Freudian slip there. Pardon me.
Excuse me?
I don't want to use my D-pad to move. Give me my joystick.
What kind of podcast is this?
Don't forget about the dark hour, ladies.
Yeah, but you get the DualShock version. You'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was using for Final Fantasy IX, the D-pad. Or the stick.
Right.
The Jonah stick.
Oh, this is not time for that.
So, but anyway, guys, what do you think of this topic with the Secret of Mana being remade? Have you guys got to play it? If not, if you get a chance to get the SNES Classic, you'll get a chance to play it, which I'm gonna do. You're gonna do.
I'm doing it.
And you're not. Because you suck.
Alright. It's like, yeah.
And what other games that you would like to see HD remade? Square Enix games that are not Final Fantasy, or if they are Final Fantasy. And do you think Final Fantasy VII should have been this way now that we're thinking about it?
Live action Contra game with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, FMV's make a comeback 2017.
Current age Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone right now. Just do it.
Let's just make... There's probably an Expendables video game. Probably bad. I love the Expendables movies.
That would make a really good game if done right.
Yeah, people say that Expendables movies are dumb, and I'm just like, shut up.
But then we stop being friends.
But like, the game's probably bad.
Anyway. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks again, Chris, for that topic. Guys, you can submit any topic you want for us. We record these on Tuesday nights. So drop us a line on Facebook and or Twitter and... Yeah, probably the best. I was going to say YouTube, but that gets sometimes lost in comments. But
also follow our Instagram.
Follow our Instagram.
Because we do that sometimes.
We do that sometimes. Some of our pictures, I usually just put up our thumbnails and have a direct link to our... Actually, you can't even put a direct link. You have to put the link in the bio, so it's a pain in the butt.
Right.
So that's why a lot of people don't follow us on Instagram.
But do it for, like, my ego. Because I was like, we have a Instagram. We should...
Do it so Jonah can play with his dual stick.
I'm sure.
Let's see you next time, folks.